Trace is with us. He's out of Mississippi, and last week we got into a conversation with a piece that had had some colored pencil work on it. And Trace called me the other day and he says, "Hey, I want to talk about those colored pencils." And I'm glad he's doing this because I thought they were the ones that Doug Grove bought at the dollar store. But let's talk about these for changing and progressing on your work. How's that? Progressing on your work.
Sounds good.
Go ahead with it, Trace.
Again, when I went back in and started researching the color pencils, I pulled it up and did some research on the internet and found out there were actually 3 different types, and I thought there were just 2, but there are 3 different types of basic color pencils. There's a wax-based color pencil, and normally if you go buy a color pencil, you're probably buying the wax-based color pencil. That's the most common one. Then there's an oil-based color pencil, which is not as common, and then there's a water-based color pencil. So the main 2 are probably going to be your wax and your water base. Let's flip over here. Another thing that they talked about is there's some different hardnesses of color pencils. There's a hard and soft color pencil, and if you get the artist quality, if an artist color pencil, you probably get the softer color pencil, and it will have more pigment in it than the cheaper color pencils, the student grade color pencils, which are a harder color pencil. Prismatic makes a good color pencil. These are oil based color pencils, and they're relatively soft. But one thing you can do with these, in addition to that, I'm just going to mark it on there. And the oil-based color pencil will dissolve with the medium that they use for painting. This is a painting medium. And if I want to spread that out, if you see what I just did there, I just blend that out and spread it out instead of having the color marks in there. Really neat when you're trying to do wood burning and you want to color something, get a little green or red in something, you can take that pencil, mark it, and then rub this medium on it, and it will blend it back out and thin it out, and it sort of dyes and stains across your piece. Sort of neat. But I do recommend doing the artist quality pencils versus the other ones because the colors will be more brilliant in them. The other type of pencil that they have, and I actually didn't realize I had it, but I had it. This is oil based. It works very similar. It still has wax in it, but it's an oil based pencil, and it will work similar fashion to using the medium to spread it out. It's a little more expensive than the wax base, so the wax base is probably good enough. It's oil base is probably not needed.
Hey Trace,
And the third one, yes.
What is painting medium?
What is what?
What is painting medium?
Painting medium is an oil type medium, and this is that if you go to the store like Hobby Lobby or whatever and look in their oil based paints, there'll be a painting medium that you can use to thin the paint out with. And it's an oil type solution. And I was cleaning the bottle and I wiped out, this is medium number 1. It comes in different thicknesses, but it just says paint medium.
And it's for oil based only?
It's for oil-based paints, yes.
Okay.
Not for acrylic.
Oil-based paints also use blow. Blow will do the same thing.
And that will probably do the exact same thing.
That's what we used all.
Medium outfit. Go ahead.
I said we were using blow all the time when I was into oil paints.
And that'll do that. That'll do exactly the same thing on it.
Trace,
And by the way, these colors are color fast.
Trace,
Yes.
you can get that flow medium also at Home Depot. Comes in the paint section of the store. There's a flow medium that you can use to thin oil-based paints as well. Called
Okay.
flow medium.
The flow troll is for acrylic and latex paint. I'm not sure if it works in oil. And they also have flow medium for alcohol-based inks and that kind of stuff too. So almost whatever you're using, there is a medium for it and a thinner that will extend the life of it and make it flow easier.
Okay. This is a watercolor. And on that, I'm gonna use water on it. Drop up some of that. I use water on, spread it out with it. And you can wet it. You can, using water, doing different things with it. It's basically watercolor. If you're doing a watercolor drawing, you can do the background with that and then come back with the pencils and use it to spread out. Now, these colors are fairly fade resistant. The other thing I actually use watercolor pencils for, if I have a dark mark on that piece of wood, I can mark on it with a light color pencil, use water, and get rid of the marking. Now the purpose I'm marking on here is I want to mark on it to carve something or put a pattern into it, to carve a pattern on it. Then I can wipe the extra stuff off outside the line that I didn't remove. Or if I painted this black with, let's say, a black milk paint, I can mark it with a light color water pencil and then wipe it off. Everything outside the line later on when I don't follow the lines exactly, because the lines were just guidelines. So, but then again, all these pencils are color fast. Back, quite a few years ago, watercolor pencils were thought, very poorly. It is actually a true artist medium on pencils, because they were downgraded before, but now the quality on the pencils and everything are excellent. I do recommend the artist quality pencils because the pigment is better. You get more brilliant colors. And if you want to blend it in, put it around, put a band around something and blend the band in so it looks like it's not you're not getting the heavy lines into it and stuff.
Hey, Trey,
Yes.
if they spotlight me, I'm showing a picture of what I did with colored pencils and burning on I don't know if you guys can see it or not.
Yep.
All right, that was on a demi-lune table that I did.
Pull it back to you a little bit, Sue. All right.
Well, it's not on there. Hang on, let's try it again. Well, that'll show you. And there's inlaid wire in there. There's the table again there, but there it is.
Is the white an inlay or cut pencil?
The inlay was holly,
Okay.
and everything else was colored pencil and pyrography.
That's really pretty.
Oh, yeah.
That's very nice.
That was for a good friend of mine, their 50th wedding anniversary.
Nice.
How do I become a good friend?
Actually, it's my stepdaughter. Be a good friend. Okay. That's good.
I can show you a watercolored piece that I did that's on my screen.
Right, somebody's audio's up. We have to mute everybody because
Yeah,
of that.
mute everybody.
All right, and Billy, was it Billy Burt that was doing a little chat? Billy is up. Billy, unmute yourself. We're looking at your screen right now, but we can't hear you.
I'm here, but I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, okay. And being quiet's the same thing. All right, what you got?
Yeah, this is Walt. I was trying to show a piece that I did with watercolor pencils.
Oh, okay, let me spotlight you here.
And then I'll go to open it. Let's see if I can do that.
There it
There we
is.
go.
There you go.
Oh, we can't do it once. We'll do it over again. Okay.
Wow, that sushi looks realistic.
Sorry about that, but that's with colored pencils, watercolor pencils.
You call it sushi too?
No, I didn't color the sushi, just the dish.
Man, you had me. You had me.
How
for
did
a
you, how
minute.
did you finish that, Walt? That's beautiful.
It's watercolor pencil over the wood, and then it's finished with an epoxy over the top.
That is gorgeous.
Wow. And how did you keep the epoxy from causing the?
That's a whole nother demonstration.
That's very nice, Walt.
Coming in 2022.
Yeah, let's sign them up, Dane.
Oh, yeah, I got Walt down.
All right.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Thanks,
Thank
Walt.
you. Mo. Yeah, we don't let them get away, folks. If we can get a demonstration of things to help you learn how to improve or do your own wood turning, it happens right
Right.
here.
Can
All right.
We had sushi tonight, but not on that kind of weight.
Now, Eddie, the whole purpose of what I was doing is introducing color pencils as a medium to color your work. And it's a good medium to cover work, as you see from some of the work that was done and everything else. And it's very color fast. And as I say, I do recommend the artist quality and not the student grade. And I think the ones that are being glued together are probably below student grade. The ones that he's buying that for, 50 cents a pack and gluing up. But anyhow, that's all I really had on. Anybody else have anything on color pencils or anything to discuss?
No, it's very enlightening to me. I never thought about using colored pencils in my work.
I don't know if I'm highlighted or not, but this is a piece that I did. Stay on.
I get you here, Matt. You're up.
It's wood burning or pyrography. So the details are wood burned, and there was stippling done in here. Okay. And then it was use colored pencils, an ochre colored pencil to color that. And then the star behind the raven is silver colored pencils.
Nice.
I like that. I like
Very
that.
nice, man.
That's nice, man.
Very,
Thank you.
very nice work. And it reemphasizes what you can do with the color pencils.
Yeah, I've got another piece, but I'm having some issues with resources on the computer. So when I get there, I'll ask to show that also.
Okay,
Would like to see it. So
that'll
Thank
work.
you.
Thank you.
gotta say thanks to Trace for sharing that information.